Hi guys, another day of routine. Today I'm going to talk about advantages of Russia because look, in previous videos, yeah, I listed you may say disadvantages, difficulties, um, you know, not just moving to Russia because I'm not going to talk to you about disadvantages to moving to Russia because I have no idea about Russian visa, citizenship, and stuff like that because I'm not a foreigner here. I'm Russian citizen, but I can tell you about Russian land law and some other things about land. So don't get me wrong, I'm not discourage you from going to Russia. I just want to avoid, horrible mistakes. Farming is very easy to fix or recover, and there is a statistics. Once a farm shuts down, very likely it will never open again, and this cycle is really long. It's not like in other business. You need like 2 years to grow a cattle. You need years and years. It's not like normal business, and investitions are really high. So I just want to warn you. So you avoid mistakes. And in previous videos called "Why You Can't Create a Homestead in Russia," I also offered some solutions. I mentioned some problems, but I offered some solutions. There are ways doing farming here and self-sufficiency. It's possible. Yeah, law is complicated, but if you follow what I say, and you check land before you buy, you learn law a little bit, you think strategically, you will be fine. So what are the advantages of doing farming in Russia? Okay, land is cheap. Yeah, there is a lot of land. In general, there is a lot of land. Especially, like you don't need to go to, Siberia or Russian Far East, where land is frozen, forever. Go to Central Russia. I don't recommend the south regions. Yes, the soil there is good, but land is not affordable, and it's full of pesticides, heavy metals, and some other really bad stuff. It's overcrowded. If you're interested, I can show you some evidences and maps. Like, look, I'm not on my computer. Like, as you can see, I'm working. I have no time to make like a proper content, to edit it and structure it. The information I'm providing to you is valuable, but no, yeah, I do it in the way I can. So, but if you write me in comments that like you need evidences about South regions, just let me know. I'll show you. I have a lot. It's like maps and with numbers, with everything. So, look, those regions which are like located to the north of Moscow, yeah, they're good. Lot of abandoned land, and like, yeah, there was some pesticides and mineral fertilizers and some really bad stuff used like in Soviet Union, but land already recovered and cheap. And this is like really, I think it's really big advantage. And other thing, climate. Look, I don't believe in that climate change agenda. Like all this hysteric, like propaganda, of climate change. But there is like big farm here where I buy grain, and the specialist who ruled that farm, like a really young guy but very smart, and he told me that in the past, here in the state, a lot of land was not suitable for agriculture because it was too wet, and like marshy, areas, and was too cold. And I'm not sure if you know, but in Soviet Union, especially when we had Khrushchev, it's the name of the leader. He really liked corn, and he forced like every state to grow corn, like monoculture. And doesn't matter if it's if climate is not suitable. They don't care. You must grow corn because corn is the future. Yeah, and then it was really hard to grow corn, like almost impossible to grow corn here. There were much more swamps here, and the climate was much colder. But now climate changed, and the wet areas just became normal and suitable for agriculture and the climate. A lot of corn now grows here. Yeah. So what are other advantages? Look, it's very little of people. Look, I've been to many countries, and like I didn't feel anything like you have here in Russia. Like you drive on highway and you see nothing. You see no villages, no cars, no people, nothing. Only forest and lakes. Yeah, I know you may say it's horrible. It's not. It's not. It's not an advantage. It's not like I like people. I'm very positive. You're very negative. But look, just listen to my argument and support. Have you seen a TV show called Yellowstone? It's just perfect example of conflict of interest. When I used to work in Australia as a planner, like urban planner, environmental planner, I did a lot of mitigation and uh, what is it called? I forgot. It was a long time ago. Mediation process. So local government against residential, federal government against local government, business against residential, local government against business, conflict of interest, and people may create troubles for you, and when you just because of conflict of interest. Also, look, you need to understand some local culture. Like Western bloggers will not tell you the truth. I don't know why they try to be too kind, very kind and very positive. And look, people who are too kind and too positive, they never tell the truth. Maybe because they grew up in political correctness, or they may afraid that Russians, if they criticize Russia, Russians will say, "Oh, then if you don't like Russia, then go to your goddamn America or Australia," you know. There is Russian TV show. It's called Schism. We had like a religious schism in 1966. It was a long time ago, and in that TV series, there is a moment when two priests talk to each other. One Russian and other one is Greek, and the Russian one asks the Greek one, "Look, you traveled a lot. You've been to many cultures, many countries. What can you tell about Russians?" And he said, "Russians are strong. They're kind. They will help you if you're in trouble. If you're in trouble, but they're very envious, And if neighbor has more than you do, a Russian person may get really envious and angry." This is what you need to know. And also Russians drink a lot, and and if you don't drink and you're hardworking and your farm is growing, it just can make them really angry. Like he woke up drunk, look at the window and sees like you're doing hard work and you're growing, and and this is what can make them really angry. You can ask with other Russians, you can ask anyone. Just do further research for that. Do further research. I'm not saying this just to criticize it. but try to make a farm with not neighbors so close to you. Also, there are a lot of snitches. There are a lot of people who don't want cattle farming like nearby. And look, guys, you may say I'm negative, but look, I'm just trying to explain to you that you should think about risks. And Russia, look, the official information about population is 140 million, but look, I don't think it's more than 70 million. It's maximum. You can see it just with your eyes. Just go 100 kilometers from Moscow and you will see. Oh, hello. Hi. Yeah. So that low density and lot of land can be really good advantage. Can be really good advantage. Yeah, climate is changing. Look, last winter was really mild. I saw forecasts. They say the this coming winter is going to be the same, and it's not an exception. It's like a strong trend, and they say that Russia is heating up by 2.5 more than the rest of the world. I don't know if it's true. I never trust them, but it's not as cold as it used to be. Yes, that's true. That's true. Uh, what are the advantages? What are the advantages? Look, it's. I think it's the last one. No. Okay. Yeah. If you find a house, yeah, like I spoke before, if you find a house in a village with gas and electricity, and you rent or buy agricultural land nearby, then everything is covered. Like you have lot of advantages because the gas is really cheap here. Electricity in village is really cheap. Some houses even have like centralized water supply. Then it means like you have. I'm not saying it's better than a well, but the more sources of energy you have, the more backup methods backup ways you have, which is always good. So this can be like huge advantage, and the price for house and land is not expensive. Yeah, you will need time to find something. It's not that easy because there is a lot of false advertising, and you have to call them, and they lie. The sellers, they lie about the allowed uses of land, about this, about size, about everything, even satellite imaginary. They upload like really really old. Yeah, but But look, you're not buying houses or land every day. So yeah, you will it's like your job, you know. You have to wake up and work and find better deal. But you can find, especially if it's not close to river. Like here, we have a lot of people from Moscow, and what attracts them? What attracts them? River, the Volga River and Medveditsa River, but land which is not close to river is like it's so much cheaper. Like nobody really needs this. But the river is a problem. For farming is a problem. If you want me to cover the topic, I will do. I will do. Yeah. So if it's not close to river, then it's going to be cheap and may have gas, electricity, everything. I don't know. You may buy like really good house. It's look like I don't know, maybe $20,000, something like that. It's with all the communications, yeah. Okay, and the last advantage, it's a bit controversial. Many people will disagree with me, but machinery. Look, for farming, you need machinery. It's more important than land today. And how are you going to buy machinery for self-sufficiency? Like industrial machinery, like John Deere, Case, Massey Ferguson, all this like expensive brands. They're so expensive. You are not going to afford it for self-sufficiency farm. But doing everything with by hand, it's too difficult. Especially if it's like abandoned, overgrown land and virgin soil, you know. And you can buy like Soviet Union machinery, like really cheap. Yes, they are old. They break, but once you restore them, they will suit their performance will suit your needs and goals. Believe me. Like a Soviet Union tractor in okay condition, you can oh, they're sleeping. You can buy in like 300,000 rubles. It's like 4,000 US dollars. You will need some time to and money to invest it and restore it. Yes, they break, but they break not because they're like made in Soviet Union. The main problem is they like people the previous owners didn't take care of them. And for example, you need to put a part with forged steel and certain exact diameter, but they put just anything, and it breaks, and it breaks itself, and it breaks the other parts. And yeah, you will need some time to replace it. Some people buy like two tractors, like two old cheap tractors, yeah. Because because it's all about odds and possibilities. So two tractors break at the same time, it's not like possibility is not really high. So they're working on one tractor and they're repairing the other one. Because the new tractors, like Chinese tractors, they can be too expensive, and they new Chinese tractor may be worse than old Soviet Union tractor. Believe me, you never know. It's like Chinese make one like one person buys Chinese tractor and it works totally fine, but the other person buys and it breaks. Like everything just breaks. Like I remember I bought like a Chinese, like it's famous Chinese brand called Lifan. Maybe you heard. I bought like expensive and big and really good petrol pump for dirty water. And look, it worked for 2 weeks, I think, and the seal started to leak. Or not seal, what the proper name? In Russian, it's called salnik. It's like where the petrol engine connects with the pump, like a seal or something, like a round little thing. And I ordered that part from a dealer. Yeah, I ordered that part from a dealer and disassembled my pump. And when I took out the broken part, I found that it's a seal, not for dirty water. So they just put what they had. Maybe for other pump, they put right part, but for my pump, they put the chip for clear water, not for dirty water. So it's an approach, for Chinese products. I think they come here, tractors and other things. I think they come to Russia disassembled, and somewhere here they just assemble, those separate parts and make tractor, make petrol pump, etc., etc. And they may save on some parts and put just it can be one shitty part or two, and the whole system, the whole tool, doesn't work properly. And sometimes it's really hard to find what's broken there, what the problem, and just because one little thing. Yeah, but the price for Chinese machinery is expensive. I'm not sure about other countries. Probably in United States, you can buy used tractors and machinery much cheaper than here and much better quality. But other countries, like I check information in Latin America and Southeast Asia, it can be extremely expensive. Here we still have those cheap machinery, which I, as I said, have a lot of disadvantages, but it's possible to restore them. And the price so cheap for them because the performance is not so high, but performance is really important for performance and timing. is very important for like big farms, you know. Because if look, everything here in Russia, it depends on season. You must do things in right season. And if your machinery breaks, and you can't do it on time, even cut grass, you know, to create hay. Like today is rain. No, yesterday was rain. Today no rain. Tomorrow rain, and then 1 week rain. And like if your tractor is not working, there may be a problem to harvest hay. But for self-sufficiency, it's not so important. If it's broken, you know, today, okay, you will fix it. In 1 week, you will switch to other tasks. There are always tasks, and in general, you have a system which works, and you have machinery which works and helps you, and you can rely on you and automate, you know, things. I think it's an advantage of Russia as well. They there are some other advantages, but I can't think of them now. Maybe I will if I remember, then I will write in comment section. Okay guys, today's big day, a lot of things to do. I have to go. Have a good day. God bless you. Bye bye.